Hello everyone, Happy New Year first of all, and hopefully you know me. My name is Joy James Costa, and I'm a blogger, a YouTuber, not a YouTuber. I'm just uploading some blogs about higher education um, inside Germany, and hopefully you are liking it. If you are not a subscriber, please do subscribe. So yeah, that's it. And if you want to follow me, you can also follow me in Instagram, in Facebook, and I'm also in LinkedIn as well. So what will be the today's topic? So as the new year is starting now, so many of the peoples are basically thinking about their higher education. So first thing is like when people think about higher education, they basically think about the money factor, right? So it's this is a crucial factor because like if you are thinking to come outside, then first thing comes in everyone's mind is the money, how much money you have to invest to study outside your home country. So that is the fact. So in this today's video I will basically discuss about like how much money you will have to invest for your higher education from the starting to entering Germany. So yeah, I mean like from the starting to the end of your journey, I mean entering Germany. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, like for me, I'm basically describing my money factors. So I will also say like where your money will be increasing or your money will be decreasing. The amount of money will be increasing or decreasing. I will also be describing. And this money is basically in BDT. That means taka. So and this will be basically for the Bangladeshi people. So and you can also and other countries people might think can assume or can have a brief idea about like how much money they will need, because like I will also convert the total amount of money in euros and dollar at last. So yeah, let's get started. So first of all, you have to sit for like two exams. One is GRE and one is IELTS. So GRE is not mandatory, but IELTS is mandatory for you if you are trying to come inside Germany. So I have sit for like two exams for GRE and IELTS, because like for my course like it was required. So I basically, and I wasn't thinking about narrowing my paths about higher education. So basically like if you are having your GRE, you can also go for USA as well. So I was also thinking for Canada, Australia, Germany, and USA as well. So like there were like I wasn't thinking to narrowing my path, because I think it's really good if you are not narrowing your path. It might not. You won't find that much pressure in your head all the time. So that's why I fixed with my not narrowing path. So yeah, so that is why I have given like two exams. Like one was GRE and one was IELTS. For GRE, it costed like 700 1700 and 500 BDT, and for IELTS it was yeah, like it was 1700 1000 BDT. Okay, so now it comes like like university, like applications. So for me, like I just applied for two university. One was TUM Technical University in Munich, and another one was OVGU Otto von Goethe University in Magdeburg. So these two universities were there in my chart when I was applying, because like when I was applying, I wasn't sure whether I will be going to Germany or not, because like I was thinking that in the next winter semester I will basically apply for lots of other universities, but luckily I got two of the admission letters from OVGU and TUM. So yeah, it was lucky. So for me, I have applied through UniAssist. So like for the first application, it took 75 euros. It's fixed, right? So like 75 euros means 700 500 7500 taka, I mean it's BDT. And for the second application, it means OVGU, it took 3000 BDT, 300 taka, it means 30 euro, right? So like in this portion your amount might increase. I think it will increase, because like I just applied for two. You might be thinking about applying like five or six universities or 10 universities, so then your amount will be increased. Okay, so like I just applied for two. Okay, so for DHL, that means for sending money, I mean sending your documents for UniAssist from your country, from your home country. So it also varies from country to country. So like for me, like when I was applying, I applied to DHL. So for DHL, it took like 205 2500 taka it means like almost 25 euros. So I sent like I have sent like two times of my documents, because there was a kind of confusion about because I wasn't sure that they will basically give me my VPD without my IELTS certificate or not. That's why I have to send my IELTS certificate again, and with other OVGU documents, because like I have applied for VPD for my TOEM admission, and like it was a massacre condition. So don't go. I don't want to discuss that. So basically for DHL, I have sent all my documents twice. That's why it took like 500, sorry, 5,000 taka. It means 50 euros almost. So in this section, it might decrease or it might also increase for you. Okay, so for notary, so notary public, that means it's a process, right? You to legalize your documents. So if you do not know like what is notary and what is VPD and what is UMIASIS stuffs, so you can go there. Sorry, you can go there, and there will be a link, and you can have a glimpse of it. I have described it very clearly there. Okay, so for notary, it took me it took like 50 BDT, 50 taka per certificate. So like I have notarized twice. So for that I have spent 1500 taka. That means it's almost 15 euro. Okay, so it also varies from country to country. So it depends on your country. So you can assume, or you can guess the amount from your country's amount, or your country's circumstances. Okay, so then comes photocopy and photos, like passport photos. You will be needed like images. So like for photocopy and photos, I have spent almost 500 takas. Yeah, it might also increase for you, or it might decrease for you if you have your own printer. So it might not be an issue of spending money. Okay, so like for 7, it was like visa. So like from GRE to photocopy and photo. So these things are basically for before having your admission letter. So after having your admission letter, then it comes like your visa, then your health insurance, and then like flight and shopping and your hand cash and the stuff. So let me discuss it about like the after having your admission letter, what are the costs will be there. So first one is visa. So visa, it also varies from country to country. So for Bangladesh, the visa fee is like 700 taka. It means like 70 euros almost, or 70 or 75 euros. I didn't remember the like exact thing, but it was like 700 taka for me. So now it comes health insurance. So like for visa, you have to show them a health insurance. So I took health insurance for Wind Delta health insurance, like from my country. So it costs like 200 2100 maybe for 28 days or 24 days, like this amount. But thing is like where my spending was increased, because like after this corona situation, my visa was expired. That is why I have to show them another visa, another health insurance, and that health insurance was like way much costly, and it was kind of like it was for me like 14,000 taka for 6 months. So it was basically overspending for me, because it didn't work for anything in my circumstances. It was just a wasting of money. So yeah, so that's why my insurance, health insurance money was increased. So I am also including it, like because like for now I think the German embassy is also requiring six months of visa. 6 months of health insurance for getting a visa. That's why I'm also including it in my spending detail. But normally it takes like 2,100 taka BDT. It means like 21 euros. Okay, so for flight, it also might be increase or decrease. It varies from situation to situation. For flight, it took like 53,000 taka, and it was kind of like 530 euros almost. Okay, and for shopping, it also might be increase. It might increase for you or decrease for you. I don't think it will decrease for you. I think it will be increase. It will increase for you, because like I just spent 7,000 taka for this shopping, because I will also do a separate video like how I basically did my shopping within this money, what are the essentials and what were the non-essential things that you have to buy, or it can be also possible that you don't buy it, like it is possible. So I will also give you tips and other stuffs in another video about like shopping. And last but not the least is the hand cash. Like when I was coming from my country to Germany, I have like 700 70 100 I mean, yeah, 70, 100, no, 70,000, sorry, 70,000 taka in my hand, like hand cash was there, like 70,000 taka, and it was like 700 euros. Okay, so yeah. So the total cost was like for my journey, like 2 lakhs, 52, 2 lakhs, 500 and 5,200 taka. So almost 2,050 euros and almost $2,500. So that was my cost. And thing is like there are like lots of other stuffs. Yeah, this is the thing basically. If you are trying for your higher education inside Germany, this will be your cost. So around like 2.5 lakh taka, or like almost 300 $3,000. Yeah, that is the case for me, and that will be case for you. So as I said before, like if you are trying for applying or trying to apply for different other universities, like for like the number is, if your number is like 5 or 6 or 10, then your money will increase. And where are the other stuffs, in the flight section you can also save something if you are planning for like, if you, because you know that like flight, if you are cutting a ticket like randomly, like just 2 and 3 days before, then it will cost very very high. But if you are planning your journey, and if you are trying to come inside, and if you are cutting a ticket like 1 to 1.5 months ago, then you can save lots of money. And yeah, and hand cash, so yeah, I will recommend, like if you are coming to Germany, you should have like 1,500 euros in your hand. It means like 1.5 lakhs BDT in your hand cash. It basically is will support you inside Germany, because it's a new country, right? It's not your home country, so the situation will be kind of different. So it you shouldn't risk yourself. So why did I take like less money? Because I hadn't, because it wasn't available that much money when I was coming. So yeah, but what I did, I basically took some helps from my block account for that reason. Okay, so that is the total summary, or summation of your costing if you are trying to come inside Germany for your higher education. So yeah, and also yeah, one thing, like if you're coming inside Germany, GRE might not be a mandatory case for you. So it is possible that you don't have to sit for GRE. Then you can also save 17,500 BDT. It means like almost 170 euros you can also save here. So yeah, so that is the case for today's video, and hopefully you will liking it basically, and you will like it in the future as well. So I have lots of plans for this YouTube channel. Hopefully you will like it. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully next day there will be another video about like not shopping and other stuff. There will be another video. I don't know. I haven't think it. I didn't think about it yet. So yeah, thank you so much for today's video, and hopefully see you in the next video. If you're not a subscriber, do subscribe. And if you, and I do have a Facebook blog. Yeah, Facebook, not Facebook blog, it's a Facebook page, so you can also follow me there. Just like a bit. And yeah, thank you so much. And till the next video, be safe and be careful about your this year's journey, and chill. Okay, ciao and choose.